And that will, stop the itch.
Yes. Though I would stay away from women you meet in the port. Pirates tend to dock in unsavory places.
I heard that.
Just use the salve if it comes back.
Excuse me.
Don't come running to me next time you pick up one of these diseases.
Isn't that the point of magic?
I don't want to know.
Things just keep getting worse. I had Templars practically on my doorstep the other night.
The Templars are hunting you.
Not me specifically. They were just checking the refugee camps. But it's not like this place is a secret. It's only a matter of time.
We haven't talked much recently. How have you been?
Good. I just love what Knight Commander Meredith's done with the place.
Don't tell me these things. I might have to lock you up to keep them off you.
They're not so much interested in me as destroying my kind and all I represent. Sweetheart, I'm not letting anyone lock me up. You included. The Knight Commander is out of control. Even her own people have been talking about it. The curfews, the midnight raids on mages' families. Everyone I know forced into hiding so they won't be made tranquil.
If they want you, they'll have to come through me.
You're at as much risk as I am. That's what I worry. What if your money and position aren't enough? What if the Knight Commander turns on you? Everything I've done to control this. I don't care. I would drown us in blood to keep you safe.
I don't want to see you lose yourself. To the Templars or Justice.
How much is left if you strip both those out? This is your fight too. One day, the world must see us as people, not just mages. Help me make that happen.
I won't lose you to this.
Then come with me. This is your fight too. Just being with me puts you at risk. The Knight Commander has declared supporting apostates a hanging offense. The thought of them hurting you. The world needs to see men like you, who do not fear to stand openly at a mage's side.
This is Justice talking, not you.
We are the same. It is my passion for this cause that drives him. I will not give up this fight, Hawk. Know this now. One day, everyone in Kirk will have to choose a side.
You don't think we should start with flowers? Jewelry?
If that's the man you're looking for, you're in the wrong place. There will be more violence. I know that. If you tie yourself to me, I'll only hurt you.
You keep saying that. You haven't yet.
I never thought I'd meet another mage like you. Another apostate. Don't tempt me. Not unless you're ready for what that means. You could have a normal life. You don't want to be with an apostate. I'm sorry. I can't be anyone but who I am.
Nothing would hurt as much as losing you.
You don't want to do this. I have no control around you.
You're getting in too deep here. And I can't follow.
It's better this way.
Why do they keep fighting? If they obeyed the Chantry's laws, the Templars would leave them alone.
We have towed the line for 1,000 years. We have given up our families. Any chance for children. Any chance for love. And yet they fear us all the more. We can win no ground with appeasement.
Is that making it harder for you, with Justice?
In the Fade, there is no time. Emotion rules everything. Justice doesn't know how to sit idle until the right moment to strike. And I can't say I have any greater patience. I fear what my anger has made of my friend.
You chose to merge with him. Only you can make it work.
I am trying. I have not attacked the Templars openly. I've helped the mages here as best I can, but this impasse cannot last.
What's the worst that can happen? You turn into an abomination and start... Never mind. Bad joke.
My control is fraying. I cannot hold back Justice, or whatever creature he has become, much longer.
You may split hairs over what sort of spirit lives in you, but it seems more demonic every day.
Justice is no demon. He is an ideal that men have striven to reach and never managed.
Do you have something you need?
Sorry, I thought you might have come by to talk. People do that, you know. Have you noticed how many Tranquil are in the gallows courtyard lately? And don't tell me I'm just sensitive to it. I've been watching, and every day there are new Tranquil, selling their bloody wares. Good mages, too. People I know past their harrowing.
Are you imagining some sinister plot to turn all the mages in Kirkwall tranquil?
I'm not imagining it.
Doesn't Chantry law say that mages who pass their harrowing can't be made tranquil?
Exactly. The Templars are using the right of tranquility to silence those who speak against them. They're working on a deliberate plan to turn every mage in Kirkwall within the next 3 years.
Whatever you think of Templars, you can't imagine they're so heartless.
They're worse.
And here I was worried you were having delusions of persecution again.
There are groups in Kirkwall who help those fleeing the Circle. I've talked to people on the inside. The plan is the work of a Templar named Sir Ulrich. I've had a run-in with him myself. He's the one who did the ritual on Karl. Nasty piece of work. Likes to make mages beg.
What happened between you and Sir Ulrich?
I've been involved with an underground resistance. Mages living free in Kirkwall who help others escape. I can't tell you any more, for your sake and theirs. You have too much involvement with the Guard and nobility. Suffice it to say, I've been in the gallows. I've seen his work firsthand.
What else do you know about Sir Ulrich?
The Knight Commander is at least sincere in her convictions. However misguided, she believes she's helping people. Sir Ulrich's a sadist. Cold-blooded as a lizard. He likes to experiment on mages. Find out what it takes to push them into the arms of demons.
Don't Templars have anything better to do than come up with new ways to torment mages?
No.
Then perhaps the blame can be laid on him, and not every Templar.
That's what I hope. If we bring the evidence of this plan to light, there must be men who'll stand against it. Perhaps even the Grand Cleric will finally be forced to act.
How do we stop them?
My friends in the Mage Underground know a way inside. A secret entrance under the walls of the gallows. Come with me tonight, please. Help me find the evidence of Sir Ulrich's tranquil solution.
What do you mean, tranquil solution?
That's what he calls it. His idea of a peaceful solution to the mage problem. To sunder the mind of every mage in the Free Marches. I'm told he's bringing his proposal to Val Royeaux, to the Divine herself. He would turn every mage in Thedas into a drooling simpleton under his command.
If this plot exists, it must be exposed.
I am honored by your trust. I'm ready to go when you are. Our entrance is concealed not far from here.
Let us go before they can act.
Thank you. I confess, I wasn't sure you'd share my outrage. I'm glad I can count on this much.
I'll be there. Though this Sir Ulrich would be a fool to keep such a plan in writing.
Then let us pray he's a fool as well as a bastard.
I wouldn't let you face this alone.
You are the one bright light in Kirkwall. I'd rather die than have that monster strip away my feelings for you. I couldn't live to see you tranquil at that monster's hand. I've always feared being made tranquil. Now, more than ever, I've been working with a group. A secret mage underground that helps others escape the gallows. They have a way in. A secret entrance under the walls of the gallows.
I don't know if it's a good idea to take on the Templars on their own ground.
It's a risk I have taken frequently to save the life of a single mage. Would you do less to stop a plot that would destroy all of them?
I'm sorry. I cannot stir more trouble between the mages and Templars of Kirkwall.
You can't be neutral. If you don't help, then you're standing by while the Templars work themselves up to massacre us. This is it. This tunnel will take us into the gallows. Are you ready to help me find evidence of the tranquil solution?
Let's go.
No, please. I haven't done anything wrong.
That's a lie. What do we do to mages who lie?
I just wanted to see my mum. No one ever told her where they were taking me.
No. No, this is their place. We cannot...
So, you admit your attempted escape? You know what happens to mage girls who don't toe the line around here, don't you?
Please, no! Don't make me tranquil. I'll do anything.
That's right. Once you're tranquil, you'll do anything I ask.
What are you doing to that girl?
You fiends will never touch a mage again.
The Chantry frowns on Templars who take personal advantage of their charges.
Who's this?
It's the Divine. Come all the way from Orlais to tell you personally what a jackass you are.
They will die! I will have every last Templar for these abuses.
It's over, Anders. They're all dead.
Every one of them will feel justice's burn.
Get away from me, demon!
I am no demon. Are you one of them, that you would call me such?
Anders, that girl is a mage. We rescued her from being made tranquil.
She is theirs. I can feel their hold on her.
She's the reason you're fighting, Anders. Don't turn on her now.
Please, Messer.
Baker, no. I almost... If you weren't here... I need to get out of here.
You are here under my command. Not another step.
Justice answers to nobody.
This is not the way to do it. Save your fire for the Templars. I thought you told me you were a good spirit.
I will have my vengeance.
No! Please, Messer!
No. Oh, Maker, please. Forgive me.
You saved my life, Messer. What was that thing?
Don't worry. It was all a trick by the Circle to scare you away from ever summoning demons.
I wouldn't. I never...
It was a joke.
Can I go home now?
Find your parents, but don't stay there. You must leave Kirkwall.
I know. There's nowhere in the city where Sir Ulrich's men won't find me. Thank you, Messer. Andraste herself must have put you in that room.
Sir Ulrich is gone. You'll be safest in the Circle.
Without Sir Ulrich, maybe it's not so bad. Thank you again, Messer.
Trash. Trash. Keep. Trash. Trash. Won't be needing that anymore.
You're upset. We need to talk about it.
Upset doesn't begin to cover it. You were the only thing that kept me from murdering an innocent girl. It's all gone wrong. Justice and I. We're just a monster. Same as any abomination.
You were out of control. But even then, you heard what I was saying. You knew in your heart that you had to stop.
You have too much faith in me. Without you, I'd never have known who was there until it was too late.
Throwing everything out isn't going to make you feel better.
Should I feel better?
So you're just gonna stop? Let the Templars win?
Maybe they deserve to win. Maybe they're right.
Stop that. You're acting like a moody child.
We were wrong. I am a monster. Everything I ever do will be stained by this. If you weren't there, I'd have killed that girl. I will not put myself in that position again.
You're possessed. I doubt strong resolve will be enough to counter that.
You're right. I cannot change what I am. I should get out of Kirkwall. Go where I won't hurt anyone. Would you have me leave?
Don't give up just because of complications. I thought you were more dedicated than that.
Why is it you can say nothing without making me want to wring your neck? Fine, yes. I cannot give up on this cause so easily.
You almost killed that girl.
Justice has been warped by my rage. I cannot contain him any longer.
Maybe it's time to realize your limitations.
Yes, fine. Kick me while I'm down. Clearly, you're right about everything.
It was a suggestion, not a condemnation.
I will not put myself in that position again.
So you're just gonna stop? Let the Templars win?
Maybe they deserve to win. Maybe they're right.
You didn't know who the girl was. It was an accident.
Exactly. One that happened because I am dangerous. Unstable. Everything the Templars say.
You killed that girl.
You've been right all along. I am a monster. How can I fight for the freedom of mages, when I am the example of the worst that freedom brings?
Mages are dangerous. That's why this has been so hard. Make yourself the proof that they can control their powers.
I don't know how. How can I even trust myself to heal anymore? What if that creature of vengeance turns on a patient? Will I resist? Or will I loose his fury?
Maybe the Chantry can mediate this. You can really go on, can't you? It's done. Let's move on.
This is my life. It is the whole of me. If these causes do not interest you, perhaps it is time for our paths to diverge. I cannot pull back from what I am. Would you have me leave?
I want nothing more to do with you.
Understood. I hope we both live to see the circle fall. Did you find anything on Sir Ulrich? Or was the Tranquil solution just another of my delusions?
It exists, but it was Sir Ulrich's plan, no one else's.
Let me see that. The Divine rejected the idea. Meredith rejected the idea. This was not what I expected. Perhaps I should try talking to the Grand Cleric. Maybe she's more reasonable than I thought. Thank you. I will think on what you've said.
I brought you something. It's shiny and subversive. I thought you'd like it.
You got me a gift? I hardly think I've done anything to deserve that.
I found something. You're more likely to make use of it than me.
I don't understand. You got me a gift. Is there some free Marches holiday I'm not aware of? Is it a... That's a Tevinter Chantry amulet. Do you want me to get executed? It's sacrilege to wear those in any land under the Divine.
The Divine condemned their Chantry because it freed mages from the Circle. I thought you might sympathize. It's a symbol of mage freedom. If you don't like it, don't take it.
No, I like it. You just surprised me. I wouldn't know where to get something like that around here.
Here, I thought you fight for mages' rights. Whoever's bad side that puts you on.
I like it. Maybe not on the outside of my clothes. I'm not that eager to face the hangman's noose. But I appreciate the thought. I've never really thought about what life would be like in the Tevinter Chantry. In the Circle, they make it sound like the Void itself. The Black Divine stalking Thedas, making it unsafe for kittens and virgins.
I haven't noticed too many of either in Kirkwall.
And fewer every day, I suspect.
I don't support the Tevinter Chantry. I just thought you'd like the amulet.
Well, I do. Thank you.
Mages have been free in Tevinter forever. It hasn't fallen yet.
Well, they did invade the Black City in their hubris and unleash Darkspawn on us all, right? That's kind of the Circle's whole rationale. But I think that has more to do with being a Magister than a mage.
Those kittens and virgins will just have to find a nice, strong mage to protect them.
From what I hear about the Tevinters, that's the last thing they'd want. The virgins, anyway. I've never heard about any horrific kitten rituals. I appreciate the gift. Perhaps one day I can return one as meaningful.
What are you doing?
Putting out milk. I miss having a cat around. But I think the refugees have scared them all off. Or maybe eaten them. You know, I've been meaning to thank you. Having someone like you making a name for yourself in Kirkwall. It's done a lot for mages. You're the kind of leader we need. To tell the world we won't be punished any longer for our Maker-given gifts.
Who said anything about me leading? I was going to watch, with snacks.
Mages in this city look up to you. They want what you have. Just knowing you exist is enough to light the fire. You don't need to stick your neck out for the mages here. But you have. One day, we'll make a world where your sister can be free again. It takes courage to step into the line of fire. You let those apostates from Starkhaven start over. Maybe they can be an example for the world. Maybe because of you, Fenrir will master his magic and return to teach us how the Tevinters do it.
I'm really not trying to make a stand. I just keep ending up in these situations.
I know. That's what makes it matter. You follow your convictions. When you told me that I did the right thing, with justice...
I will not stand by while the Templars hunt and murder our people.
I can't tell you how reassuring that is. Sometimes, you're the only reason I don't think I'm crazy. When you still believed in me after I almost killed that poor girl. I knew you meant it. You wouldn't say it just to make me feel better. You make me think I can really do this. Lead a revolution.
I didn't realize you were planning anything that big.
No small change would address the injustice that mages face. The Chantry itself must be overturned. There will always be mages born in Thedas. But Templars are made by men. And they can be unmade.
Why does this matter so much to you?
Why do you think your parents gave up everything to keep you and your sister out of the Circle? In the Circle, they tell you day and night that magic is sin. A mark on your soul of the Maker's hatred. But for all the talk of demons, the most common death I saw for a mage was suicide.
Why do none of my friends ever just want to be the best wallet player in Lowtown?
With the great Hawk deigned to associate with the best wallet player in Lowtown. Seriously though, I couldn't do this without your support. I couldn't hold on to this spirit of vengeance inside me.
If you want to be an example to mages, you need to master yourself.
After what happened, I will never forget that. Every day, I feel the need for vengeance growing inside me.
Together, we'll win this fight.
Your faith inspires me. Sometimes, I fear I cannot do this. Not while I struggle against this vengeance inside me. But I know you won't let me lose myself to him.
When you get like this, I think it'll be hard for anyone to turn you down.
I've tried to hold back. You saw what I almost did to that girl. You've seen what I am. But I'm still a man. Don't expect me to resist forever.
I don't want you to resist.
If we could die tomorrow, I didn't want it to be without doing that.
I've never felt this way about anyone.
I thought with justice, this part of me was over. I can't give you a normal life. If you're with me, we'll be hunted, hated. The whole world will be against us. If your door is open tonight, I will come to you. If not, I'll know you took my warning at last. This will be a disaster, but I can't live without it. We could die tomorrow. I don't want it to be before I tell you how I feel.
Ooh, is it in verse? I hope it's in verse. I've always had a thing for scrappy underdogs.
Don't tease me. You made it clear we're just friends. And that's enough for me.
Whatever you think is going on between us, it's not.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood. It won't happen again. I've been trying to write down my arguments. To convince someone like you that the Circle is abusive and unjust. You're a mage. How can you not see? Mages' gifts are granted by the Maker. How is it any man can call himself a Templar and set himself above us?
So, what arguments have you come up with?
Andraste suffered at the hands of Magisters. Thus, she feared the influence of magic. But if the Maker blamed magic for the Magister's actions in the Black City, why would he still gift us with it? The oppression of mages stems from the fears of men, not the will of the Maker. What do you think?
You need to get out in the sun, not sit around in this hovel writing your manifesto.
I am trying to save the lives and sanity of generations to come.
I'm pretty sure there's some training involved.
Any fool with a sword can sign on to the Templars. They rule by violence, not divine right.
You know how I feel. It's pointless to say more.
You defy the Circle yourself, yet condemn the rest of your kind to it.
What's so wrong with the way things are?
You saw Sir Ulrich's plan. How many other Templars want mages to be their mindless slaves? For all they warn about demons, the most common way for a Circle mage to die is by his own hand. The Chantry made its laws 1,000 years ago, based on fear of an empire that has long since crumbled. But its hold is too strong to change in increments. There must be a revolution.
You want to overthrow the Chantry?
The Chantry does many good things. But it cannot remain a part of our society if it won't accept mages. If it can't acknowledge that its Templars are beyond its control, it must be torn down.
You don't think small.
I've been blessed with powers and opportunities beyond normal men. If I don't use them for good, I might as well have spent my life mucking cattle barns.
You've lost your mind if you think you can single-handedly destroy the Chantry.
It will not be single-handed.
Who's telling me this? Justice or you?
Who would you listen to? Justice is no malevolent influence as you seem to think. He is the embodiment of righteousness. If he disapproves of something, it is wrong.
What I saw in the gallows hardly seemed righteous.
I hear your warning, Hawk. But I would not turn my back on this cause, justice or no. I'll do my best to see that the fewest innocents are hurt in the process.
You're impossible.
Change is coming. Neither you nor anyone can stop that. Sooner or later, everyone in Kirkwall will have to choose a side.
Have you ever thought what it's like to be a Templar?
We all know their case. Magic is dangerous. We've both seen mages succumb. But while we're treated like children, we'll never take responsibility for our actions. We must be empowered to police ourselves. I will make you see. I swear, if I convince no one else in Thedas, I'll at least have you by my side before this is done.
I hate your politics. Doesn't mean we don't have other things in common.
I swear, I don't know whether to kiss you or kill you. You're everything I hate. A mage, who turns against his own people to curry favor with the Templars. You sent that boy, Fainriel, to be imprisoned in the Circle. You condemn mages as weak-willed, then make a deal with the first demon who offers. You let your own sister be dragged off to the Circle, even after you saw what they did to Carl. But I can't stop thinking about you. For years, I've told myself there's nothing there. But I can feel it smoldering between us.
I've been wondering when you'd notice. Don't talk like you own me. There's nothing between us.
Fine. But don't expect me to bow my head because you're feeling inflexible. The fight between mages and Templars is larger than you and me. For 3 years, you've haunted my sleep. I wake aching for you. It is madness. This can only end in ruin.
You've been warning me for years. You haven't hurt me yet.
You're here. I wasn't sure you would come.
Justice does not approve of my obsession with you. He believes you're a distraction. It is one of the few things on which he and I disagree.
If you hadn't come, I'd be out looking for you. So, he's kind of an unwilling participant in our threesome.
Please don't call it that. Are you sure you want me here? Did you decide you wish something more than a quick tumble with Isabella?
She meant nothing to me. You're the one I love. She didn't want to tie herself down.
I'm sorry if she hurt you. But I can't be sorry she's gone.
I can't do this, Anders. I know what she is, but I still love her.
She will break your heart. I can see the appeal for a night or two, but there is no room in that woman for love. I thought you and Meryl... But perhaps you finally saw the demon's face behind that virginal smile.
We can't do this, Anders. I already gave my heart to Meryl.
Be careful. As innocent as she seems, she is still a blood mage. She is just less honest about there being a third party in your bed. I thought you and Fenris... Or did the beast finally turn on you?
Fenris is gone. There's nothing more between us.
I'm sorry he hurt you. But I can't be sorry if he led you to me.
Don't call him that. I'm sorry, Anders. We can't do this.
Fine. Whatever you see in a maniac like that. Perhaps at least your hand will tame him.
Maybe we should wait until the voices in your head are in agreement.
I understand. You are ashamed to lie with an apostate. I will not bring it up again. I have seen you whispering with Isabella. If a quick tumble is all you're looking for, you can't go wrong there. I thought perhaps you wanted something deeper. It's better this way. You deserve a man who can promise you his whole soul, but I will never stop thinking about you. When I was in the Circle, love was only a game. It gave the Templars too much power if there was something you couldn't stand to lose. It would kill me to lose you.
You aren't going to lose me.
No mage I know has ever dared to fall in love. This is the rule I will most cherish breaking. I love you. I've been holding back from saying that. You should have a normal life, not be tied down to a fugitive with no future. But I don't ever want to leave you.
Don't ever leave.
Do you mean that? Would you have me here, living with you? Would you tell the world, the Knight Commander, that you love an apostate and you will stand beside him?
I want you right here, until the day we die.
For 3 years, I have lain awake every night, aching for you. I'm still terrified I'll wake up.
Want a sandwich?
You will be an inspiration to generations of romantic poets. So, not to bring up anything unpleasant, but... the Templars were sniffing around my place yesterday. It's possible I may need somewhere else to go. In the near future. Would here be an option?
Are you asking to move in?
Well, yes. I thought you might appreciate not having to step over the drunkards in Darktown every time you want to see me. What do you say?
I want you right here, until the day we die. This was a bad idea. I think you should go.
What?
I'm sorry. I just think you're more serious about this than I am. Let's forget it ever happened.
You're breaking up with me. We talked about this. Everything you said. You used me. I won't forget this.